so that we can gain some chizuk from one another. I know it gives me a great deal of chizuk, and the honesty is that even we cannot overestimate the slightest bit of chizuk that one can get. It can make the difference between success and failure. Paul steht doch that Ramban sagt, the brothers were all going to Mitzrayim, and it would suffice to send one with avodim to help him provide sustenance for the family. They didn't need all the 10 Gibborim with him. But the fact was that they wanted to be together. So even though the distance wasn't so much and they didn't expect such a drama to take place, nevertheless, even this short time separation wouldn't be warranted. So that they can be together all the time, even though it meant leaving Yankee Rovina. So that getting together, we attribute a great meaning to it. We have mentioned once this, always the Rabnosen, where the Mishnah says that as Nino Yira Hashem Ishal Eyu, Reaction Hashem Ayishma Ayikosu Besed Korn Vira Hashem Chayish Vishmoy, and Chazal say that there's a difference, two categories. Yira Hashem Chayish Vishmoy. Yira Hashem are those that speaks out. Chayish Vishmoy, those that determine. Of course, with total determination and with real intent to do the mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuyim. These may succeed, the Chayish Vishmoy, the Yira Hashem may succeed and will succeed, and the Chayish Vishmoy will not succeed. And the Pshat is, what is the difference whether they speak it out or are determined to engage in Pidyon Shvuyim? Louder. Hear me all the way in the back there, say? Okay, this way. So, difference is that, this is right, mashma for the worship, the difference is that commitment. How much more commitment is there? There's more commitment as it won't be inscribed in the Sefer Hashem. So the Chayish Vishmoy are on a very high level and a great degree of commitment, but a little more commitment can make the difference. Based on the tzar that is involved in a person is chosh b'dah. The captive may not be worthy of being delivered, but the tzar of the one who is involved with it goes into account, and that may spell the difference. So b'kitzur, to make it short, getting together brings back memories from yeshiva and exchanging with one another ideas, talking about outreach, our responsibility for the quality soil has a great impact. And even if it's only a little bit of chizuk, it can make a great difference. Shmuel Aleph, where Shmuel talks to Rosh, and has a time to him that he has not fulfilled the Rosh Hashem because he submitted to the wish of the populace. Amongst whom was the Rosh Hashanah, and in his mission to eliminate, destroy the Amalekim, he left the Metav, Vayom Hashom, Amalekevim, Ashacham Al-Ha'om, Al-Metav Boko. And the purpose was to L'Masvoyach Hashem Lekecho, The Meter Atzona Boka, the best of the Tzona Boka that was from Amalekim, they brought that, they did not destroy, so that they can bring Karbonis Takos Baruch, and the rest we will machit. Vayem Shmuel said to him that, I'll tell you what Avis Hashem said to me during the night. Vayem Shmuel, Haloi Kotein Ata Beinecha Rosh Shitei Yisrael Ata. Vayem Shpecha Hashem Lamelech Al Yisrael. And you did not, the one of Shemata B'Kol Hashem, you did not abide by the Rebbe said, Vatata Vasholo, and you turned to the shoal, to the Beto Atzeva HaBokro that enticed you, and you brought it back, veering away from fulfilling the Tzivui Hashem, Atar Sorah Bein Hashem. Chazal say, Rashi thinks it's Adak, Mikotin Atu Benech. You know that show is Gebenach, it was a great honor. It was a symbol of Ahivus. And maybe it could be that he gave in to the wishes of the people that insisted that this was within the constraints of his mission, and it did not violate any halacha, and it was wonders, we have run it. So he gave in to their request, and the factor, a psychological factor could be because he lacked, because he was possessed with hadiths, and his mind was open to others' opinions, and to give it credence, not to stand on his own and guide it. Kotanata is a factor in this situation that resulted in abiding by the wish of the people. You are the Rosh Yisrael. You are responsible. You are in charge. You are the leader. And your leadership requires resolute conduct, determination, overriding, and counteracting the pressures that the people and population may exert upon you. It's your responsibility. Responsibility means that you have to make a decision. Now you're responsible for your decision. That would suffice, I suppose. Being the Melech Yisrael, you're the Melech Yisrael, you're the leader. After all, you're in charge. You can be the Yashiv, you can consult. As we don't have yet, it's a need to consult. It's a mitzvah to consult. It's only that guided that blocks consultation. You time. God darfst mir erst erzählen, dem Gott der Herz, Gott darfst mir erst verkoten. And you find that the Melech, when he charged Shlomo, when he ascended the throne, he told Shlomo, "V'chazakta l'isha l'ishna," Abak says, "Pshata l'der v'chazakta l'isha," he soll sein ein Mensch. Du wirst Starkheit. What Starkheit? Starkheit, die er schützt den Soul. Shlomo was very, very wise, very capable, very much equipped, aber wir darf sich für Yashu sein. Es kann keiner noch about you, Shlomo, not late to them, singularly, each one reaches the identical conclusion. However, had discussed it together, could have been a different consequence. So there is such a great chofetz in das Fehler to consultation for the great. You always find chofetz and it's another thing, they did not consult each other. So he did consult about the highest. Final responsibility rests upon you. You are the leader. You are the melech. But here we see obviously something else, much more in addition to that. Rosh Yisrael. It doesn't just mean that you are the head, you are the royal authority, the final royal authority. But Rosh Yisrael, according to Chazal, the Pshat in Shifted the Binyamin. You are a descendant from Binyamin. He stands for Shevet Binyamin. The Shevet Binyamin had a special citation, a special significance in their characteristic. The nature of that Shevet, what was it? It was the existence when, during the Tzias Mitzrayim, and they were found pursued by the Mitzrayim, and the Yam Suf was in front of them, and the Shevet Binyamin took the initiative to enter into Yam, except Yehuda stopped them. But they were the first ones that chose to jump into the Yam, took the leadership, took the initiative. So Shmuel says to him, Rosh Yisrael. Not just a melech, not just a leader. Du stammst doch from Shevet Binyamin. You know what Shevet Binyamin is? The Shevet Binyamin is that one which took that leadership, that motivated him so strongly and so firmly to venture, firstly, and to set the pattern for the rest of the Klal Yisrael to follow them into the Yam Suf. This is leadership. This is Girasha. This is Gadlus, initiative under most adverse circumstances. It has not been good, it has not been talk, it's a strength, it's a courage, it's power. You can't claim that, attribute your failure to the fact that you are possessed with such a great virtue. It couldn't be that. Apparently it wouldn't suffice just the fact that I'm the melech, I'm responsible for my people. But the fact that you come from such a shevet that has exhibited and manifested, demonstrated such power, such courage, such strength. Where was it at this moment? Therefore we must conclude that the Lomar Shemata B'Kol Hashem, V'atat El HaShol, V'atat El Abei Nashem, V'atat El HaShol, you turned, you were enticed by the shovel, by the flock that was so beautiful, so wonderful, and it was L'Shem Shemayim. It had no ulterior motives. It wasn't for personal acquisition, not for anyone, not even for the Klal Yisrael. L'Shem Shemayim, to bring to the best and the best korbanos to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is what the Torah is telling us, that zeroing in, targeting on the Keches HaNefesh that caused Shaul HaMelech to collapse under the pressure. It wasn't the Agudas, because there was such a counter-force against it. It was Tatel HaShaul. Oh, such a thing, not for me, it's not personal acquisition, doesn't mean anything. If I'm not supposed to do it for L'Shem Shemayim, I'm only doing it for L'Shem Shemayim. But nevertheless, there could be such a keach there. And because of the pressure, all the factors involved which contributed to that caused this. But if it weren't such a time apparently, if he wasn't a descendant of the Zeicher event, he had to remember that he was Zeicher the merit, so he should remember his responsibility. Look what my ancestors have done, look what the Shevet Binyamin has done, therefore it's incumbent upon me to act accordingly, to follow the footsteps, or even more than that, if it's genetically transmitted, it's in the Shevet. It becomes a characteristic and a natural response of the Shevet, and that's within you. And this is augmented, added, it increases your responsibility. So basically, we have to, first of all, we see that what can make a difference. And in our role, while humbly and with modesty, we can only reach out to our people. For if there's anything that is less than humility, has very little sense of success, just for that reason alone. We had once mentioned that Chaya Novi, because Vayama is now on, and said, Nefue, Lama Sado is Pi Hashem, that you will not be much, I don't remember exactly the Rosh, Chayam is now on, Zon Chazal, and Elis, and Neko of the Rasha brings it in Yom that since he was Vayama is Ma'alo, it wasn't from within the author. There's something at this, of course it's difficult to express oneself as Chaya Novi, and he delivered a message of Hashem with all purity and all Kavanah Hashem Shemayim. But Rashi explains in Divrei Hayom now he felt secure at this. Secure. So what's wrong? It was in Kippur, it was in the Hamikdash, in the Hananelach. Because Hanovi is not ordinarily secured with his life if it's threatened by the people that he's addressing himself to. Only the Eibshter gives him a special guarantee like Moshe Rabbeinu had. But if he felt gebracht in the will of Hashem in its true form, Kula Tara and Kushe, was the delivery system was infinitesimally efficient. Episidot Nidot is maybe Chet La'am Nisalatzma. Kerem has this statement was the Chazal. In other words, this was the Kerem, that the delivery system. So the delivery system has to be the Teichahom. With Adivis, with identification of the Father's soil. And not looking down upon them, even though they veered away. So this is very essential, absolutely essential, but it does not contradict or encroach, and it can coexist with that sense of profound sensibility to my responsibility. I am the monarch, I'm the leader, and it's my responsibility to lead my people. And the degree of responsibility has such a great impact. Imagine this, to feel that the fact that I am the monarch, the fact that I am sitting on the throne of royalty may not be sufficient power to offset that pressure from my congregants. But I need additional, the descendants in my shade. So at this side, we have to know that we have to strive in our work, in our mission. We have to strive to reach the deepest understanding of our responsibility. If anything goes wrong, first of all, in our vehicle of delivering our message, there's a seismic that in every missionary heart that registers where my words are coming from. And that will have a terrific impact upon the bearing on the result. Does it reach on target? Does it hit the spot? So we have to be very conscious of. These are based on the Rav who said to say the Sarampa says that even Hamusah, apparently it's such an easy thing to do. It doesn't require so much. But what does it require? Opening a Mesilas Yesharim, opening a Cheres HaVodas and spending 10 or 15 minutes. It's not such a challenge. And then the two types of Yitzhahara, the internal power of the passions, which we have within us, and the Yitzhahara, which is within us in the terms of the Seichel. And there's an outside, the Kedusha and Atume, Ketuma and Kedusha. And he said that Yitzhahara and Atume Musar must be sort of Yitzhahara from the outside forces, not it's the It's a lot, because there's no reason for it. There's no thrust for it. There's no desire. There's no passionate need. Not to I'm so sure. Maybe it's one other Sachen that it takes great effort, great sacrifice, or it's a quest for acquisition. So there's a natural quest for that end, greed, guided. What's happening? I don't know, I'm so sure. It's the tumor that doesn't allow it, that tries to block it with all its power, because this is the source from where we get this kind of experience and understanding and inviting emotionally, so that we should have at once that feeling of Kotnata Benecho and to coexist with that ever greater, trying to reach greater heights and deeper meaning and invite deeper into our emotion that feeling of our responsibility for the Father's soil, and especially in our day and age. We may sometimes look around, and I just wanted to mention this Rosh Hashanah, that in terms of leadership, there's not just the union of delivering or teaching or standing up and know where to stand with determination and where to be Mikayim and exert that posik with and putting our position online when it's necessary, when it's essential, to know where to give and where to stand. But besides that, there's a meaning that we have to be equipped. That we have to be equipped not only with our emotional power, that emotional force, not only equipped with our humility, not only equipped with inner strength, but to be equipped with capabilities, with talent, and we work for it. Organizational talent. We are responsible for organizational capability. We're not there to stand and wait for somebody to come and ask me to learn with it. Es steht in Yeshaya Kapitel 9, Beisai, Posi, Dalet. Hashem Ekim Nosim Moshe Nimudim Modas Los Yishoi Tobo. So Rashe Lois Mikvoya Lehem Iki. So Keber Zan Iki. In other words, to organize, to bring people to organize, to have organizational capabilities. I'm ready. I'm going to teach. I'm going to lead. If someone will come to me, I'll see that everything is done properly. I'll stand up for the life of righteousness and justice. I'm going to look this there. Nobody comes to me. Nobody's looking for me. Nobody wants me. Go out to the people and organize them. Organize them and bring them to classes and bring them to this and this. You have to have organizational capabilities. Is this also my obligation? Yes, this is also part of leadership. Ability, talent, develop it, look for it. It is our responsibility, our Beisai. And to contribute to it, sometimes we may even, and it is that it will not be a desecration of those emotional feelings that we have just discussed. State the Chazal, Esha Adenu, Klude Mitzri, state, Vayife Koi B'choi Vaya Ki Ein Ish. So had different shotim in the Ki Ein Ish. So no descendants were coming out from him. And there's only Vaya Ki Ein Ish, there's someone else to do it. Vaya Ki Ein Ish. The first have to be there. If there is somebody else to do it, it's a mitzvah to do, so Moshe Rabbeinu is there, is doing it. If it's Vayake Nishma's stomach, it appears that even Moshe wanted to reinforce or to deepen his feelings in doing that mitzvah, in saving that Jew. Vayake En Ish, that increases his commitment, the depth of his argoship, anything that we can do to increase it, to strengthen it. Steht doch, V'yetzer Lecho Vayav, Shema Vayav, Vayav S'vleisum, Zon Chazal, Nosem, anyway, we do When he first came to witness the pain and anguish that was suffering, is he gave his heart and his eyes to feel that the anguish, pain. Was like shot. When you see such a scene, and you see such a concentration camp, blood flowing in the streets. Do you have to give your heart? What kind of a heart? The heart of Moshe Rabbeinu. But yes, in order to feel it fully, more and deeper and deeper and deeper and more, and experience that heart that is there, and the eye that sees, and the heart that senses, the heart that feels. But to bring it to the utmost, he saw and then that's how he said, it's a different scene, it's a different understanding, it's a different feeling, and it's a different response. Sometimes as they say, because it levels and places a greater burden upon our shoulders. Not chas v'shalom to give us any feeling of, well, I am the one who's doing it. But just to deepen our commitment. Sometimes because sometimes be lonely. Sometimes we do experience frustration. We experience angst. Can we succeed? Will we succeed? And how much do we succeed? Can we really turn the world over? Can we really change the lifestyle of our community? To what extent can we accomplish? Does it pay to do all that takes from us? So I'll say, Neach, to save the world, the Neach Motzoche Bein Hashem, that actually his merits, no matter how great they were not to the extent that warranted that harvest, that focus that with it. It wasn't to that extent, but what's a chaim bein Hashem? It has always been a mushroom possibility that human being walks alone, lonely, and is being observed by someone who gets involved with him. As he gets involved with him, it gets closer and closer, and a bond is established, a strong bond between the two people. And this is what happens. Or sometimes we feel in a community or a situation that we are alone, we don't have the assistance that we hoped we would have, and we don't see the successes that we had anticipated, hoped for, when we were at the yeshiva. But that being alone brings us closer and closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's more and more involved with us. And that should give us chizuk, that should give us strength. And then the Chaya brings in Rosh so it brings a Chazal. כל מי שמקריב עצמו, שמעט, כל מי שמקרב עצמו מעט, מקרב ונסהר. מנין מפני שקירו עצמו מעט, maybe he took a step toward HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You see, Vil Hashem Elai, Vayayasve Elohu Melegi. His Melegi all came to him. People from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, therefore, called Elai, Afanim Kavod. They came to me, they extended a hand to me, that closeness, they took a step forward. I will make them races on the shore side, Uktoile Beisi. When I knock it out, I point them upon my my home, the Merameri, the Mishkan, only then, Mishkan Eidus al Kokela, Tashala Helis, Mishkan is Kelele Mishasu. With an order medicated names and in I'm missing, is Machnes in I'm Shosim Mechanism. Why? Because by Lila Hashem a lie, basically called for those that, well, Hashem to gather around, and they responded. And the pshat is that it was just a coming. Or perhaps it meant the not being involved in either just responding to the call, Hashem, Vil Hashem Elai, and they gathered around him, just this, which wasn't so much of a great effort or great sacrifice. Or perhaps it meant not being involved in the ego, which was also a Dabakot, so Mefosim, like Abidem, but the Rebbe said, did them respond? In other words, the Rebbe gave them all this Kushin, all this Kiru, which was much more than they had demonstrated to Hashem. It was Me'at. The Rebbe gave them Habe. So their Me'at was either to just gathering, or they weren't with the ego. But it was not a reference to their Messias Nefesh when Moshe told them, and the evil the shaded, the evil you should suffer the sin of the evil to Messias Nefesh, to go to war, to go on Messias Nefesh. This did not involve this. It was just for the fact that Asfei Elok called Melee. We gathered around him. The Hakdini know perhaps for what purpose it was. And he told him that they should take their swords and go out and destroy those who are boiled over there, which was obviously our purpose. Besides, I don't want to go into the details why it involved the other just in meeting face to face with in Gatlin. But it was not speaking about that, not relating to that. It was just an Vil Hashem Elai. Come to me. I'm calling to the Vil Hashem. So that warranted that Elisha should give them all that he gave them, all that Kedusha, all that he gave them. And I tell you that. So if we have that feeling that we are alone with Rabbi Elisha is with us, and he's Mikad of us, he comes to us. If we make one step forward toward him, so he's with us. And to the extent sometimes, we mentioned that there's in Vayikro, in Bechkoisa, stay open. Noch die Teuchigkeit steht, that Elisha will remember the police from Aaron, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, and then it says, Bris Rishonim Asher Hotzitzis from Eretz Mitzrayim. So Rashi says, what is the Bris Rishonim Asher Hotzitzis from Eretz Mitzrayim? What is the Bris Rishonim? The Bris Rishonim sind Rashi mit die Schwotim. So der Chaim sagt, doch hat Rashi gesagt, das ist der Chazal, sagt also sie da Bris versteht, so hart lo chesed nur reich, aber was du soll, left der Achad Anitba be'eretz lo Yisrael, but the Klal Yisrael left Mitzrayim, and Paul HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the barren desert. There's no water, no sustenance, and they followed them with implicit faith at Yehu. Supplied them with all their needs. They demonstrated out the Torah of Hashem. He says, so how to lo chesed norayah. And that's the Rebbe to come out of Mitzrayim. They did chesed with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They showed him Abraham. They showed him such faith and such trust, which reflects the Abraham, the deep love that they had HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He delivered them from Mitzrayim, he delivered them from slavery, he delivered them from pain, from sorrows, from torment and torture. Chesed norayah. So where's the priest? Priest was showing it. So the priest it's a covenant. Well, where's the covenant? There's not to make a covenant with them. So they trusted Hashem and they followed him into the barren desert. Fine, they are fine. And it's a schus, but where is the covenant? Where is the priest? This is a priest. This constitutes a bliss, because in the Paradise shows such faith and such trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu and such demonstrates such honor to Hashem, and steps forward and demonstrates it, then the Eibishter comes to him, not only in Q, not only in Q, but call your life me'at, v'ani, mikal, and from harbe, but the Q that Eibishter gives us in return is a bliss. He accepts upon himself a commitment, an obligation. I entered into a pact. I made a bliss with them. Where did Eibishter make a bliss with us? Where did he promise us? He promises that was Pavlov, Yaakov, God says before in the Chofetz. What about the bliss of Shem? Where is that bliss? That bliss was only one-sided. That bliss was we demonstrated our Hashem and trust Hashem, where he took us out from Midbar, from Mitzrayim. The boundless memories and such are they. So that Eibishter considers this, that he has become bound to us in our bliss. So on this side, a cube is certainly great inspiration to meet with you, and to know that we have Eibishter blessed us with Talmidim that are giving of themselves, they carve themselves to make us stay at fact, which is the view of commitment to Hashem, to Kaddish Hashem, to reach out to our soil, and to feel deeply as much as possible that great responsibility of leadership that they have to upon themselves. Don't be overwhelmed, don't be frustrated, don't be in a state of depression when the going gets tough. They are with us to help us. And the more we know Him, our concern for His people, the more He's come closer to us over the extent of the bliss. And your efforts with success from Tefillah, from Kiddush Hashem, to guide us, to direct us in the proper direction, and to be blessed with Hatzlach and Bracha, for me, a chizuk to meet with you, and I wish we could meet more often. We don't have the time, and you don't have the time, and we don't have the money. But that doesn't matter. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? The moderator. Was it? Is it okay with you?